Okay, so I'm making some progress, pulling out the one board that's right below the drip edge, coming out in pieces. Looks like it was some hemlock, but it took a lot of rain or a lot of water damage. Now, luckily, the rest so far is looking okay. It needs some nailing. It's not on there very tight because I'm pulling any of the loose nails out. And the other thing I am doing is I need this to be clean up here. So, for example, if there's a nail coming through the drip edge down into this board, I have to take it out. So I think there's one right there. So I have to lift up the shingle gently because I don't want to break them and get it out. So from here over, they're cleaned out. It's all cleaned out from there, actually. Yeah, this is all feeling good. There's one right there I should take out, right there. Yeah, underneath here or underneath here. Either way, it's a tight fit, but you have to be gentle and get it out. It's easier on a warm day, but then they break easier, they rip easier too on a hot day, plus it's just so hot. So, like right here is a nail. Need to pull that out. So I think what I'll do is, after I get this thing out, then I can get this nail out of here because there's one right there coming this way. So I can bend this up a little bit and pry that out. Then I'm going to get my screw gun and remove the screws in this one, this aluminum, and that'll take us right over to the corner. So I might as well get this all cleaned up and then figure out what I'm going to do. I have some ideas. This distance right here, why not put a board right here and then put a nice spacer on here and screw them in good. I should be able to find the rafter tails, so I suspect this is one of the rafter tails, but I'll have to test it. The other thing here is we're uncovering, there was vents and they covered them up, so that's not really great. I mean, ideally you do want your roof vented in the eaves. That's why a lot of the vinyl soffit has holes in it. So I don't have another hour to work, but this is going to take me an hour to get over there anyways, and then I'll be able to sleep on it and think about these vents. I mean, one thought is don't even put the aluminum back up. I mean, I'm going to be facing this in here and then attaching the rafters right here. So whether this is painted white or white aluminum really shouldn't matter much because it's going to be well protected and it just should not have to be painted very often. And I could scrape a lot more off there. I'm just, getting off most of it so it looks a lot better. But there may not be much advantage of putting the aluminum back on. But then again, I have it. It's already cut to length. It's already bent. So, and I had already painted it. This was all painted. I did all that. I do have to cut the seam though. I had caulked that seam. So I'm just taking a sharp knife and cutting it. And if I put it back up, I'll just re-caulk it. But I will give it more support this time. If I do put that back up, there's going to be a board right here so I can screw it up in. So if we do it, we're going to do a better job. If we don't do it, we're going to be painting all that. But something to think about. The only difference would be these vents, which, well, they're vents, but, they're pretty wimpy too, though. They need to be screwed in better. But then they can be painted too. So do I need them in the roof if I put vent ridge in and I already got 2 side vents? Maybe not. But something to think about. Okay, I'm going to keep going and see if I can get all this cleaned out and ready for the next step.